And we are live. Hello, guys. It's been a long time since I do a live stream, and I kind of miss you guys. This is Chat GPT. Actually, this is something really interesting I want to show you guys. Everybody is saying that this Chat GPT guys will have all of us out of work. So this is really interesting. I tried it a little bit, and it actually really scary to find out how this is working for now. But yeah, something interesting I want to share with you guys. You guys, if you're a developer, you definitely should try this out. And let me show you something about the pancakeswap clone. I prepare a to-do list to to fork a pancakeswap, but this is just for the implementation step by steps. So I highly recommend that you should watch my first live stream and my second live stream where I do the explanation in detail how everything actually works and how we deal with some trouble, what is the structure of PancakeSwap, etc. Let me walk you through some of the steps we're going to take in this tutorial in order to fork it in a custom network. So in the first video, I fork it on Binance Smart Chain, and this is really easy. Everything we should do is we just clone the front end and everything works because all the configuration, what is the address, what is the API of some specific smart contract is already there, and you just clone the front end and everything works, just work magically. And on the second video, where I explain to you all the concepts and all the structure of PancakeSwap, and I deployed it on Binance Smart Chain testnet, it is also easy because the Binance Smart Chain and Binance testnet is somehow the same. They do have some testing smart contract. The environment is the same. The wrap BNB is the same. So it's kind of easy. But in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to fork on any custom uh, Ethereum virtual machine compatible. If it's EVM compatible, then if you follow these steps and you will run into some bug and you get rid of the bugs and you can have a DeFi swapping DeFi exchange on that specific chain. So let's get started. So first of all, we need two sets of like three sets of source code, which is the PancakeSwap core, PancakeSwap periphery, and PancakeSwap interface. So this is kind of the build source code for the front end, and this is two sets of smart contracts. So let me dive deep into that to see. Let me show you this one. So if you follow these steps, you can clone this pancake. Some of the repository is already deprecated, so you need to dive deep into the PancakeSwap GitHub to find this repository. So you clone this repository, you clone this, and then you compile, and then you install everything, and then you should have this. You should have this build folder with all the tokens. Okay. So let me walk you through the PancakeSwap core. So in PancakeSwap core, there is two smart contract that is specifically we need to pay attention. There is the factory and the pair smart contract. So the factory will generate the pair, and you can actually interact directly with this pair smart contract to do the swapping. And in the swap periphery, they will have the router and router V1. So actually the router 01 is an upgraded version of the Pancake router, but they don't just remove the Pancake router contract, but instead they inherit the Pancake router v1 and inherit it from the Pancake router. So that is it. That is how the swapping function can be implemented with the set of smart contracts and interfaces. So let's get into it, and let me just follow the README file and to see if we can have this up and running. So the first step we're going to take is we're going to pick a random EVM compatible chain, and I will bring PancakeSwap to on this chain. And for this tutorial, I'm going to pick Baobab. It is a test net for Clayton blockchain. It is EVM compatible and it is really fast. So let me show you Clayton. This is a chain from Cacao of Korea. Um, Let me show you Clayton and Block Explorer. See, if you look into here, they produce one block every second, and if the block had zero transaction, it is also be generated. And the network we're trying to work on is the Baobab network, which is this one, a test net for Clayton. So first of all, we need to connect on a MetaMask to the Baobab network. And this is easy. I think you guys can easily do this. Let me just close all the tabs. It is so confusing. Okay, so let me show you how to get some test clay because I already have like 150 test clay, but I just copy the address and then I type Baba Faucet. I think 150 is like overkill, but anyway, I'm gonna grab some. It's free anyway. So I copy the address here, and then why I cannot run this? Why they don't give me any more testnet? Yeah, there it is. And there you go. I got 300 test clay on Baobab. Okay, perfect. So let's get back to our tutorial. And actually, I'm not the one who come up with this tutorial. The brain and heart behind all this tutorial is actually come from one of my senior engineer. He's a really good engineer, and we've been working together since a lot of blockchain projects. So I bring him here to the stream to help me if I run into some bugs and I cannot figure out how to fix it because he's been doing this for a while and he's really professional on this. So hey guys, let's say hi to Doc, one of our senior engineer. Hey Doc, say hi to the cameraman.
Hi, yes, I'm a software developer, and yes, today I'm very happy when I come here and yes, work with Kevin and say you guys how to fork pancakeswap um, from make smart contract and how to yes you um how to use front end. Yes, that's it.
Okay, thank you, Doc. So let's get started, and hopefully we will run into some bug, and then we can figure out what is the bug, what is it about, and we can fix it together. Okay. So let's do it step by step. Clone PancakeSwap core, and this part is easy. We already cloned it, already built it, so we can skip this step. And clone the PancakeSwap periphery. Yeah, we can do it already. Clone the PancakeSwap interface v1. I did it already as well. And actually, I'm gonna make this repository public so you guys can access to this repository. And if you guys cannot get this repository directly from Pancake because it is already deprecated, and then you can get it from my public GitHub repo. Okay, set up the contract merger. Actually, this one, it is you can do this, but I don't see any like imports, any a lot of imports statement in the smart contract. So I don't actually need this, or all this smart contract is already merged into a big file, and yeah, we can good to go without this. So prepare the pancakeswap and pancakeswap router. So after you install the tool, you will run these commands to merge all the source code of this smart contract into a big file. And you're gonna use that big file, go to Remix and deploy them. Okay, so then we deploy the pancake factory and pancake router. Yeah, we will access Remix at this specific link. Oops, I think we should open that in a new tab. So control deploy pancakes swap and pancake router. Okay, so this is Remix, and in the contract folder we have this one. um let's see, the first thing we need to do is we actually need to switch to injected provider, which is MetaMask, and then connected that to Babab. Let's check if we already connected to Babab. Yeah, we do. Okay, so it has, we can see our address here with 300 test clay, so that is good. Okay, get back to this to see, deploy the wrap BNB first. Okay, let's deploy the wrap BNB. That is kind of interfaces for the pancakeswap. They convert everything into test into wrap BNB before they do the swapping and transferring. Okay, so just copy the source code, and I'm gonna rename it to like because we are on clay, so I will name it wrap clay. Oops, wrap clay. So then copy the source code, paste code alert. Yeah, so Remix do have some updated features. Okay, so we have the name, we have wrap clay, and then WKL decimal to see if we have anything to modify that. Yeah, so that's good to go. And we need to change the compiler into a specific version, which is the 0.8.3, and then we can start compile, and then we're gonna deploy it, inject it, gas limit, wrap BNB. Why is still wrap BNB? I think it should be wrap clay. Because of the contract name, so we should change it. Wrap KL is auto compile. So if we come back here, we can say, yeah, it is wrap pile. And let's have a look at the constructor to see if we need any constructor for this smart contract. And there is no constructor, so this is just a interface smart contract. So I click deploy, and then I confirm, and yeah, it is already deployed. Let's check the address. um we should take notes, right? I think sometimes we will. Okay, yeah, we can copy this, and I will open my note, and then let's say wrap clay is at this address. Okay, that is good. And actually we can, let's have a look at the wrap BNB. Let's take a look at the transaction to see if it is actually on the chain. Okay, so we have the transaction here, and it is up and running. That is good. And let's get back to the tutorial. Deploy, we already deploy. So we're going to deploy Pancake Factory. We're going to create a new file called the Pancake Factory and copy the source code from our build directory. Then we're going to switch the compiler, go to the deploy tab, deploy the factory, and you can fill in the address in the constructor. So this Pancake Factory actually have a constructor parameter which is fee to settle. So that's going to be our address. So you need to pay a really close extension because if we ruin one step in this tutorial, then we'll mess up the whole project. So let's get back to Ethereum and we're gonna follow exactly what he say. I'm gonna create a new file and we're gonna call it Pancake Factory. Oops, where is it? So we have Pancake Factory and they go to our build folder. Pancake Factory, go to the build folder and Pancake Factory. So let's get back. Oops, we don't need this, we don't need this. So we go to build factory and we Pancake Factory, this one. As you can see here, this is why we need the Solidity merger. So they import a couple of interface here, a lot of interface and library and Pancake ERC20 and other smart contract, and the merger will actually merge that into into a one single file. So to make it easy to deploy on Remix. Okay, so get back to Remix, build folder, Pancake Factory, get back to Remix, and then I will paste it in. And I'll change the compiler version because it is on auto compile, so it automatically set the version. It is a really old version, 0.5.16. Compile it again, and then you can see in the we need to choose the factory, Pancake Factory, which is this one, Pancake Factory, and we need to set an address here, which is the fee setter address. So we're gonna copy our address, copy this, we input that as a parameter for the constructor, and we click deploy. Okay, so confirm. And it is done. Let's have a look at the transactions and we get back to Clay. Yeah, we're actually on Baobab. Paste it in to see if it's up and running. And yeah, everything is good. So we have the factory, the Pancake Factory, and then the next step is we're gonna deploy Pancake router 01. Yeah, so what are we gonna do? We're gonna grab the source code from the build folder, expand the contract factory above, read the init code pair hash, copy this hash with the prefix 0x. So we need to we need to get the address of the Pancake Factory, edit Pancake v1 file library pair for function, replace new hex by the init hex code. So if you this one and then your compiler tab, select the compiler and then the deploy tab. So this is going to be tricky. We need to have an init hash because I think because of the factory they use create2 to actually generate the spare smart contract, and in order to use that we need an init hash, and that is the way. So I just go through the implementation in this video, and you guys can find that on Google to understand what the init hash code pair means. Okay, so new file pancake router v01. Let me copy the name, get back to here, And then I'm gonna create a new file, name it. Let's see, from the build folder. So we have this file already merged. Yes, it is merged already. And then we copy this, get back to here, and we paste that in. And if everything is fine, it's gonna be switched to 0.6. Yeah, it is 0.6. Just click compile again. Why I'm doing it, because I just enjoy doing that. Okay, so let's go to the deploy, and let's choose the contract pancake router 01. And I think we should yeah, let's just get back to the readme. Oh no, yeah, get back to readme file. So expand the pancake factory deploy above and read the init code pair hash. Expand the pancake factory deploy above init code. Okay, so we need to pancake expand this one, and we need to read the pair, the init code pair, which is this one. Okay, so but in this case we already have a 0x. So do we need to add another 0x? No, we don't need. Without the 0x, so this part. So we copy this, get back to the tutorial again. uh, Without, yeah, this says copy the hash without the 0x. So we copy this, and then we edit the pancake router file pancake library pair for function and replace with the new hash. Yeah, I get it. So we're gonna find the pair for function of this one. So we're gonna find this function pair for, and pair for, where is it? Where is it? Pair for. We're gonna find this function. Where's the definition? Can we go to the definition? No. Yeah, this one. And the init code hash, we need to replace it without the 0x. Okay, so I think we got. So why are they doing this? I have no idea. Just Google that up. So in the compiler task, set the compiler to this version, and then we can deploy. Fill in the pancake factory address and the wrap BNB address as a constructor parameter and deploy. So we need to get to the constructor. So the constructor of this one, they require two addresses: the address of the factory and the address of the wrap ether. Actually, it is scrap clay. But anyway, so we need to input two address: the factory first, and then the wrap clay in the second place. Yeah, I got it. So we get back to pancake factory. In the deploy tab, we say pancake 01. Okay, that's the interface. Yeah, pancake router, safe math contract. Yeah, this one. Okay. So in the deploy, we're gonna address a factory and address of the wrap ether. So the factory is as this address, so we're gonna copy it here, and then semicolon, and then the wrap clay, we copy this here. Where is it? And we just paste it here. Yeah, I think we're good. So I click the deploy and confirm. Okay, address of factory, address of wrap ether. Let's check the transaction hash to see it's actually up and running. Um, let's check it here. Hmm, Oops. Hmm, Oops. Yeah, this one. Okay, so we already deployed it successfully. Let's get back to the tutorial. And then we already deployed the pancake router 01 and it is now to deploy the pancake router. So we grab the code as normal and then we expand the pancake factory and okay, so we also need the init code pair hash and pair 4. Yeah, we also replace the init code hash with the pair 4 for the pancake router and then we compile, check on enable optimization. Why you need to specify this, I have no idea. And then with the code size limit issues, yeah, they do to avoid code size limit, so you need to enable the optimization because this file is actually a really big file. And then deploy tab, select pancake router, fill in the factory and the wrap BNB and but deploy. So basically the pancake router 01 and the pancake router is 1. This is an outdated version and this is an updated version. So that is the way how pancake handle this. Okay, so let's do this. Let's grab the code, pancake router, copy this, and then I'm going to new file, and then I'm going to create a new file, and then pancake router.sol. Get back to this file and go to the build folder and the pancake router. Okay, pancake router, and let's get back to remix. Copy this to see if any compilation error. So there is one warning. Where is that? So what is the warning? Contract pancake router. Contract size exists. That is where we need to enable the optimization for the big file like this one. Where is that? So it is in the compile tab. Mm, Advanced configuration and then enable the optimization. And the warning is gone. Perfect. Okay. So we already compiled it and we need to get back to the factory. Actually, we need to get back to the factory smart contract, pancake factory, and grab the init code pair without the 0x again. Then get back to the pancake router and we can search for the pair for function. Pair for function. Where is it? I think it's on the top. Yeah, and replace it with the hash. Okay, perfect. And then we deployed it. We deploy. Just up the pancake router. This is the interface. Pancake router. And then we input the address of the factory and the wrap clay. Okay, so we input the factory. Where is the factory? Factory, you see it right here. And the wrap clay, copy this, put that here. Okay, we good. And then deploy. And okay, let's click the confirm button. Yes, this is up and running. So we have the factory and wrap it here. Let's check the transaction hash. Okay, check this. And we're good to go. Okay, perfect. So we already deploy this one. Do we actually need to verify the source code? Do we have to?
Actually, we don't need to verify, but we need a mock token to
Hmm.
test.
Okay, so what Doc was telling me is that we need a mockup token because in case of like PancakeSwap on Binance Smart Chain, they do have added a lot of mockup token for us to do the testing for the create liquidity, add, remove liquidity, swapping, etc. So actually, we're gonna deploy a mockup token, and I'm gonna grab one of my mockup token from my previous repo. So let's grab the Steeman token or the floppy token. Let's grab the floppy token. Floppy bird. Okay. Smart contract, then contracts. Floppy dot. So can we actually use this? Because I think I can see that we have a lot of imports here. So do we have a token without the imports?
Yes, I have a mock token here.
Okay, please send me the mockup token. So because this is one of my our mockup token, but we do a lot of import here. So if we want to deploy this, we have to install OpenZip and Solidity, and then we gotta build this, and then we gotta just run Solidity merger, and that should take a little bit of time. But because I already do this, so I just grab the whole source code that already compiled and already merged into a big file to use the token. Um, so we're gonna create a new file. What do you call this? What's the name? Okay, mock token. So we call it mock token dot sol. Somebody asked me what is the difference between making a YouTube video and live streaming like this, because live streaming like this is much funnier because I have to say any like fully things that comes up into my head and just coding and talk bull to you guys. So that's kind of fun. Okay, so let me get back to the mock token and we copy all the file. Copy that here. So we have a red flag. What is it? Where is the red flag? It's here. Require different compiler version. So you stupid compiler, why don't you just switch to this for me? And yeah, the error is gone. That is good. So we're gonna deploy the token. Is there any constructor parameter we need to put in here? Constructor, constructor, transfer ownership, MSG sender. So no constructor, put it here. Perfect. And optimization. So we just deploy that. So I click deploy.
Let's say our first contract.
Ah, yeah. Sorry about that. So we need to choose the token.
FMT.
Yeah, so this is the name mtkn token, and then click deploy, and I click confirm, and then we have the transaction hash. You could check that on Clay. Because we're using Baobab, but actually any EVM compatible chain would work on this as well. So yeah, we have our market token up and running for now. So let's get back to this tutorial once again. Okay, so basically we're done with the smart contract size, right? So we need to clone the UI and makes it work with the all the sets of smart contract. Actually, I forgot one thing. This is a really bad good habit for me to just keep track of all the deploy smart contract right here. So I'm gonna copy the one. So Pancake Factory. Actually, when we set up our project in Hardhat, there's actually a file that mechanism to keep track of all the instances that we already deploy on any specific network. But in the scope of this tutorial, I just keep track of this. So this is the pancake factory, gonna be at this address. Copy this, and then the pancake router 01, pancake router 01, pancake router will be is this address, and then the pancake router at this address, and then the token router, pancake router, is it ends with an F? Actually, let's copy this again to make sure it is correct, and we copy this, and then we paste it in here. So I just simply make a note of all these smart contracts that we already deploy. Okay, good. Then okay, so we're done. We're done with the contract size, so we are halfway there. But we are gonna make a lot of changes to the front end, and actually this is gonna be the tricky part. So I'm gonna set up the front end. So let me grab this here. So go to the front end. So the front end is actually, so do we need to clone another folder for the front end, or we use the this one? Okay, okay. So the interface. So this one, we're gonna use this one. Okay. Okay, so this one pancakeswap. Oh, I had a typo here. It is pancakeswap, but whatever. So cd into this folder, pancakeswap interface v1. Okay, we have the file, and then get back to the tutorial. First of all, to see what we do. So we update the .env file. This one is just a command line to cd into this one and copy this one. So we actually just create an .env, and in the .env there's going to be some variable that we need to update, which is the pancake router. Okay, at update the pancake router address to the router address as source constant and index. So it's not just the env file, but there are going to be a couple of files we need to edit. First of all, we need let me create a .env file first. I think we should do that first. So this is .env.test, .env.production, .env. This one and so why is .test they don't have a React app G tag? What is I don't understand. Yeah, so let's go with the .env.test. Okay, so we rename it and we change this to .env, and the network URL and the network ID, which will specify which network it will actually connect to. So I just grab my MetaMask, the network from my MetaMask, and I go to add network, and then I go to network and Baobab, and I grab the URL and the chain ID. So I edit this, which is the URL, and the ID is 01001, and then save this. Actually, in Windows we don't have to click save, but on a Mac we have to click save, right? I don't know why they do that. Okay, so we're done for the env. Let's get back, update the env file. Then first one, actually, I think we do have a readme file under here. This is the same file. I think this is the same file, right? The same file. Okay, how silly of me. Okay, update update the pancake router address to router address as source slash constant slash index. So we go here, we go to the interface, and then we go to the source file, and then constant, and then index.ts. So in the index.ts, this is a bunch of token here. So we just leave it here. So we just leave everything here. Do we need to change, delete it?
We don't need to change it now.
Okay.
We will do it later.
Okay. So we change the router. So this is the pancake router. Let me search it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So we change the router address to our router. Okay. Perfect. And then update support chain to testnet. Add SRC connector index.ts. Okay. So we go connector index.ts, and then supported chain, constant network. Just search that supported chain. So we will 1001. Okay, and then so this is a README file for Binance testnet, right? So we changed from 56 to 97. This is Binance Smart Chain, and this is Binance Smart Chain testnet, but any EVM compatible should work. And then we update the Pancake factory address and the code hash, also the init hash in the node modules. So we need to jump into the node modules.
I think we need to download, install all node module
Ah,
and
yeah, yeah, yeah. So we have not installed the dependency yet. So we run yarn, or or we need to check the is it different if we run yarn and we run uh npm install? So is there a construction? Is there any instructions here? Dev dependency.
we have on in this file, so we just install by YNR and
So anything should
yeah.
work, right? Okay. I think this should take some time. There's a lot of dependencies. Maybe there are 1 2 minutes before it should take like last time I installed that I think that took like 5 minutes, 5 6 minutes. Wow, it's so fast. Okay, so that is good. Let's jump into the node modules and let me check the README file. Pancake router address code hash factory address init code hash node module pancake library pancakeswap lib. Okay, so it's gonna be pancake. So it should be on the top. Pancake, 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 pancake. Where is it? I cannot see that. Where is it? Ah, there's a add at the first. So sorry, I was looking for the P. So add pancake, pancake lib, and then SDK, and then constant.d.ts. Yeah, this, and then constant.d.ts, and factory and factory init code hash, factory and init code hash. So we actually grab the init code hash from Remix, right? So we're gonna use that a lot. So we open factory, and then this is the init code. Do we need the 0x? I don't think we need the 0x in front of the code hash, right? So we just this part. So we just don't need the code hash to change the parameter in within the smart contract. But in the front end, we actually need the 0x. So init code hash. Let me copy this. So this is the init code hash. And we do have, because I had two monitors, so I just keep this one in here and then get back to our code. Okay, so we constant.ts.d factor factory factory address is this one, and then the init code hash, this one. Okay, perfect. And then we get back to the readme file. We actually have to in the package this sdk.cgs dot development. So let's get back to the node module. sdk.cgs dot development.js. So this file, and yeah, they do provide here the factory address. Just edit it, factory, and then the init code hash right here. Okay. Um, yeah, I think that's it. Let's get back to readme file, and then we actually edit the production production dot production dot min dot js development. Then this is production. Oops. Yeah, yeah.
as
I'll
factory address.
just search it, right?
But we need to yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Can we actually format this? Can I use P and then format the document?
no, I don't think so because this either file that auto generates by the compiler.
Ah, yeah. So we need factory address right here. So this file is generate automatically generated by the compiler. So to keep it safe, we just keep it the way it is. Init init code hash.
And it could have, but
Mm,
I think it's different. So we will find this by the old address, old factory address.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
Great.
can back to the README file or and copy the old Pancake factory address.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good idea. So we need to find the old address and then we're gonna replace it
Yeah,
with our new init code hash. Yeah.
yeah.
So where is the this one?
You,
Init code hash.
uh,
Init code hash with style prefix 0x.
yes, yes. We can try it.
Yeah, we can try it. Let me get back to.
No, so I think that's other.
So, so production. So there's something
I think
here.
that is below stress.
This one? Yeah. This one? Okay. Um. So there's no init code hash here. I think I think this is gonna be the Y, right? So when I init code, init,
No, because it changed the name. So
this one the factory. So this one they just leave it with the init code hash equals Y. I think this part, right? So let me check with other versions.
actually it name
Y
like
then equal to
yes, and we have this, but I don't know the.
they
So I think we can see the old address by other file by
yeah. So let's try to find the old address of the init code hash and we're trying to replace it with our new init code hash in the production SDK. So that is why we can, that's how we
yes
can.
here.
So this is the old init code hash. Okay. Oops. Okay. Let's get back to here to see if we can find it anywhere. So it
Yeah,
is here.
that's it.
Wow. So this is the way. This is one thing that we can easily miss in the process because it's a y equal the init code hash. With the 0x. Okay, so let's replace this one. So we good. Okay. So where are we? We are here. We are at production. This is a development. We're done with that. We edit production and then we did sdk.esm. So we come to add pancakeswap Add pancakeswap dot esn dot pancakeswap libs this SDK. Yeah, this one. Okay. So factory, we grab the factory, and at the init hash, we grab the init hash. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we're done with this step. And then let's get to the next step. Update the Pancake factory address to v2 factory. Update Pancake and v2 factory, add state swap hooks. Okay, so we get to, so not module is done. We get to src slash state slash swap slash hooks, and then we replace it with what? With we Pancake factory address, Pancake factory to v2 address. So this is actually the name, the name of
Yeah.
the variable, just the name. Okay, v2 factory. So uh hooks,
Yes, we can run down.
this one.
No, change it here.
Ah, so we bad recipient, bad recipient address. So we need to, so this interface is for the old version, right? So we need to update the address to the v2 version, which is v2 factory is our factory. This one,
Yeah.
right? Okay. So this is the factory, and this is the router 01,
Yeah.
and this is the router, right?
Yeah.
Router. So it's kind of confusing, right? So they say constant bad recipient address, but only these two addresses is deprecated, and this one we're still using it. Actually, these two one we're still using it because this one inherited from this one. So I don't know. Okay, let's continue. Pancake factory address, v2 address, state hooks, and then update the wrap BNB address at not modules at this on module. So we can update the wrap BNB. This is kind of straightforward. SDK, CJS development, ATK libs, ATK distribution. So this is gonna be in the not modules. Um, and then pancakeswap, pancakeswap lib, right? And then
I
SDK.
think that is the same file with the
Yeah, yeah.
previous step.
Okay, same file, replace the wrap BNB address. Okay, wrap BNB. Where is it?
Yeah, we can search
Okay, let's search. Uh,
WBN.
wrap BNB. Yeah, this is way behind it.
And yes, we can change both chain
Yeah, yeah.
or just for the Canadian chain.
So dot mainnet. Oops,
Yeah, that is not problem. We can change
I think
both.
why? Yeah, yeah. Okay. So we can change the name here, right?
Yeah.
So we can change like to WKL, and then we can change to Rap Clayton. Clay. Okay.
And
That is for
no, no, we have a next. Yeah. Yes, we
yeah,
have
yeah.
here for BSC testnet. Yes,
So this is for
BSC
testnet.
testnet.
So we can use actually the same address, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Let's use the same one. So WKL and then we have wrap Clayton. Okay. So that is good. And let's get back to the README file and to see where we're at.
yeah.
We're at
We
here.
need to change three file.
Okay, so the for mainnet, for testnet, and ESM. Okay, got it. So this is for development, and we need to change the production. Wow, this one actually tricky. We
Yes,
need
we
to,
have.
yeah, we have wrap BNB here. So we have
Yeah,
this address. Okay, so we need to change this one, and then wrap BNB. We can change that to wrap clay, and then this one gonna be wrap clay. And on testnet it should be on the same address, and we can copy it down here and copy this y. Okay, okay, so we good. And then we have to change it in the ESM folder file. I already opened this here. Open wrap BNB. So the same, let's change it to wrap Clayton, and then WKL, and this should be Clayton. And we can copy the whole thing. Oops. Actually, just copy part of it. So copy this here, and then WKL, and this should be clay. Yes, and okay. So I think we come to the end, right? Update rapid. So what if I change file all these all addresses?
I think we don't need to
Yeah.
do this step.
So this is just to make sure that we change everything, right?
Yeah,
So deploy your own token. We already deploy that.
yeah.
Remember icons, generated mainnet, custom address, start and build. So we can actually build it now, right?
No, we need to change
Yeah, yeah.
our address,
Okay, yeah.
token address.
So we are at this step.
Yeah,
Deploy our own token and then we change our token.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So deploy your own token and update the information in this file, pancakeswap.constant token. Okay. So we jump into the source and then constant and then token and then pancakeswap.json, and then we just remove all of this, right?
yeah. Yes,
Just keep our token.
yeah. Because we don't have this token being
Uh,
our blockchain.
Exchange the pancakeswap. So this is
Yeah,
the logo. You
yes.
can actually change the logo in this file. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we need to change two things.
the-
The first thing we change wrap BNB token, and next we can add our token.
So yeah. I get it. So I just get rid of this. I just left two of them. So that's gonna be wrap Clayton and our mockup token. So is there anything with the timestamp? I don't think it's gonna be a problem. Okay, so name wrap Clayton, and no, this is the name, so we can actually specify it. Wrap. Clayton token and WKL. Add the address of our token. No, of Clay token. Address of the Clay token and the chain ID is 1001 decimal. Logo, we can actually change the logo, but I don't have any picture for it right now, so just leave it like that. But keep it in mind, you can change the logo of your token here. So this is the name of our mockup token. So mockup, mockup token, and the symbol is MTKN, and the address of our mockup, right? So chain ID 1001, and yeah, we deploy. So we the pancakeswap.json. Remember to update the token, token name, token address in lowercase. So images token icon. So this place we can actually upload the token icon and the yeah. So we don't need to do that. So we can actually can skip that. Update support network.
Yeah.
Chain ID index.ts. I think we did that already, right? So
No.
let's double check. Okay. So fuck me. SRC constant and then index.ts and then what did it say? Minute. Let's get back to the where's the readme? I guess lost in this. Okay. Okay, so update BSC testnet. They say update the network from mainnet to testnet. But we did we define these two at the same network or we just
No. So
index?
you need to
Yes.
change it for our chain. I think
Let's support it network. No, no.
no.
It is the file constant
Yeah, yeah, fine. But
index.ts. So let's move it here so that we can easily work on it. Chain ID dot mainnet.
we can certify that
Yeah,
it works.
chain ID.
Yes, I think we already have it here. And we need to change that's our token. That's a mock-up token.
Uh-huh.
Yes, we can change the name of token and address token, but we don't need to change.
All these things.
Yes, we don't need to change this because it's used by many functions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we just leave the name intact. So we just change the address of our
yeah,
of our token
yeah,
and then the mockup token.
yeah.
And can do we need to change this one? No,
No,
we just leave it there. Okay, so let's try that. So we don't the cake token is our mockup token, right? So this one.
yeah.
So this one, and actually we can change this one. And the wrap BNB is actually the our clay token and clay. So constant with wrap is the only chain token list equal mainnet will be on mainnet and testnet gonna be on testnet. So I think we're done with this file.
Yeah.
Okay. So update the corn addresses at constant index.ts. So this
Yes, we
is
already just do it.
so we don't have this. So we don't
Yeah,
actually update
we don't
anything.
need to change it.
Okay. So, but in fact, we can actually deploy a bunch of mock-up token, and we can
Yeah,
just
yeah,
change it, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can just deploy 4 mock-up token and then change the all the icons or the names, and it should be looks much better. But in this case, we just need 2 token. So okay. So mainnet and update your coin addresses at constant index.ts. So mainnet and then test that the coin address.
I think
So
we
we need
already do it
so
step.
update component menu index.tss. So this is for the UI. So component menu and that index, and we index. Okay, and then we update this price data. We,
Can we define
so what does this mean? Price data dot data cake
that
address.
that mean if we don't have a
Uh-huh.
price for this token, it's
Yeah, yeah, I get it. So it basically means if we don't have the price, we just put that as 0, right?
yeah.
So price data. So I, I cannot find this. So just get
Okay,
rid,
can we
just get rid of it.
have
Yeah, price data here. Yeah, yeah. So price data. Oops, but I can see it's already defined.
okay, that's good.
So that's good. So that is a like an updated version. So the same for use get document price hooks. So it's in src slash hooks. src slash hooks, and we come into the use get document title price. This one.
Right, yeah. Yes, we already have this.
Yeah, so we yeah do the same thing. Okay.
And
Yeah,
here,
and it is done already.
yeah.
Okay, so custom the menu. Custom the menu as a component menu.config.
That we can build now and
Yeah,
set
yeah.
the menu, and then we can change the menu later.
Okay, so but let me just show you the components and then the menu and then the config. Yeah, so we can edit all the menu here. So item, exchange, swap, pull. So I think this one is edited, right? So they they,
Yeah,
they have a lot of menus. So if you do build it from the scratch, they have many functions for. If I remember it correctly, PancakeSwap they have their NFT marketplace, their lottery, and etc. But for now, we just leave it with the swap and liquidity part. So okay, so moment of truth. We've been like 1 hour and 15 minutes in the live, and we did all the configuration and moment of truth where we build the interface and to see if it work or not. So hopefully it works. So we can start, right? So we can
yeah,
type yarn start.
yeah.
Oops, there's an error. Error packet path
Uh,
is not
yes,
supported.
yes. I think we need a Node.js version
Yeah, so
at
let's
16.
so this is 9.1. So let me try out nvm. NVM is not recognized, so on this computer there's no NVM. So how can we switch it back to version 16 in Windows? So this is in Windows. So wait, let me check through error. Can we? Can we? Is this actually a Node.js error? I don't think this is Node.
Yeah, yeah. That's the error because of a Node version.
So we are using this version. Okay, so let me NVM is not working on Windows. Let me just remove. Uh, program. So developers start moving away from developing from Windows. So to me, as a best practice, I develop on this machine. I use Windows subsystem for Linux to avoid all these apps. So let me find. I think I have two versions of the Node.js. So I just remove. So I just remove this and install the 16 version, right?
Yes,
Version
or you can
use NVM.
install NVM and manage the version nodes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can install many version.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I just assume that NVM does not work on Windows. So fuck me. NVM for Windows. Is that actually works? I think that NVM for Windows, how to load and install. Okay. So we node follow the below to NVM window repository and click download. Okay, so this should be okay. NVM use. So this is NVM upgrading NVM. So NVM for Windows. Use the latest installer. That should be fine. And then where is the download button? The zip NVM setup. Okay, perfect. So I made a mistake. Ah, yeah, I remember that Redis does not support Windows, right? Just Linux and Mac. The uh, the buffer database that run in RAM, Redis. Yes. So they say it's already installed. Okay, let's get back and run nvm. The term nvm, do we need to restart this? Or we need to make it a global variable or something? Here we do have nvm. Let's get back to the nvm readme. Many user what changes the PR, the blah 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 blah. nvm you download and watch and configurations. Great. nvm for window nodes. Yeah, this is actually the difference between live stream, live coding, and a recorded video. Actually, in the recorded video, I will cut all of this shit out of the video. So we're having a nvm as a result. So we need this feature of npm yarn to support feature must download process a different distribution as a result nvm window core pack. So let's just open a new terminal. um, let's say cmd and I say nvm,
Yeah.
and yeah, it is recognized here. So I think we can use it right here, nvm ls and the cursor, and then I can nvm install, right?
No.
In
NVN nodes
to install nvm
install with the
ls.
version. Yeah, with version.
There's a command that run the remote nvm slash v, the remote nvm install.
Install with V.
Okay,
Uh,
so nvm install v
16.
16 dot
Yeah, just 16. You good.
just 16.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, so we have version 16, and then I run nvm ls to see the version, and then there's nvm use. It should work the same on Mac.
Yeah.
Oops, we have another command.
We just
Use
use
16.
16. Yeah.
Yeah. Oops, V16. No, on Windows this is different. Or nvm ls. Currently using super executable, and let's check the command. Use V. We can set the default. Now you want a specific version at any point, you can run this nvm use nv and the full version. So we need to run nvm use nv nv16.19.0. It's not recognized as an external command brush file. Why is that? So we still at this version and nvm ls, so we have two versions. Nvm help. So let current install nvm on, nvm node, nvm use, and then version.
Yes, I think that is correct.
nvm on, enable, nvm ls. What is wrong here? Nvm use. Let's try this way.
I think
This way.
you comment from with admin permission.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Fuck me. Run at administrator, and then yeah. So let's try nvm. It is up. Nvm use, nvm ls. Okay. Nvm use v. Do we need the v? I don't think we need the v in Linux. So it's just, yeah, that's it. So node slash v. Okay, so it's good. So let's try it here. Node v. Okay, so we can start it now. Yeah, so we should allow. Why it is so slow? Is that?
I think it's the first time.
Yeah. First time running this and it's so slow. This is building up all the dependency. And let's see. So in the mockup token, do we have any balance for the mockup token when do we deploy the token in the constructor? So let me check. Let's add the address on pop-up. Yeah, it is on. So we have an insane amount of token. Yeah. Okay, so it is up and running. Let me try to connect my wallet. And it has an error.
Yeah.
So let's see what is the error. It is in hooks. Export function using wrap contract. Uh,
Because we change the chain, so we need to change something more.
so this is all the connection on PI. Actually, I'm gonna have a rest here. Can you take place, please? I need to get some water. So we actually need to change something more. And if the file is not connected to the actual network, you can actually read the error code error here. So actually, I'll take a break and talk will take place. If you guys have the question, you guys can type in the chat and I'll answer that. Okay.
Okay, let we see the error. How you can track. So component you can track. Pancakeswap. How you can track. Chain address. I think we get error here. Yeah, yeah, we need to change here. 1001. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, chain, chain ID address. Yeah, this we need to change BC testnet by our chain here. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, we can search on this testnet. Constant here. And guess what? Change here. Guess what? Here. Okay, we need to change in not modern. Size. Okay. It's into index. Okay, yes, error here. Okay. seven network chain you this okay you can track mode không mode chain ID constantly chain ID this is a thickness 1 row constantly token and basic thickness thickness for now build entity where token here packaging services free exchange chain connection support chain oh yeah we need to change here okay So next step, we need to have a smart contract named multi-con and to get balance of on token that we have here. Okay, let's do it. The first thing we can see here in a folder named multicon, we have API of the smart contract and address of the smart contract here. We need to change it. So the first thing we will go to BSC scan and it and get the course of the smart contract and deploy it um, on Baobab chain. Here we can just copy this and remix. We will create new file called multicon dot show. Then that's here. Okay. Okay. It's one name because we don't have a license. Okay. We can use it. Okay. We don't need to optimize. Yeah, just deploy it. Okay. We already have a new smart contract called multicon and copy this address, replay for this, and then we can see the result here. Okay, let's see. We can guess our balance here. Okay, so if we want to wrap the token between two token, we need to have liquidity here. Okay, we can choose our token and make a test with one BNB and just 100 MTKN token. One approve, confirm. Okay, we can see our transaction for approve token here. Okay, that's a good. And supply, create pool and supply. Okay, that's good. Now we can refresh here, back here and refresh to see our pool here. Wow. So we can swap now. 0.1 and yes 0.1 BNB, and we can guess 9 approximately 9 empty key and token. Yes, let's try it. Okay. This warning tell us that the swap hash rate impact at least 5%. Okay, we test it so we can ignore it. Okay. Okay. So now we can see our transaction on Web Explorer. As you can see, we have many transactions here. Well, for minutes, I think that is a transaction for approve. And then we have a transaction token approve and create a app liquidity pool, and we have a swap, yeah, change swap asset ETH for tokens. Okay. Yes. We need do we need to change something here like just yes, 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 it's not important because our liquidity pool is small. Okay. Yeah. We, do we need to change the link to our web explorer here?
Okay, so hey guys, let me get back. Thank you, Doc, for a really interesting engineering, as you guys can see, because we do this many times on different EVM chains. And for now, we're still struggling. You see a lot of errors pop up, and when you do exactly at the README file, but because it is not updated, so there is a lot of more variables, more configuration that you need to do when you try to implement this. Actually, I receive many messages ask me how this works and how that works. I try, but why it fail. So I highly recommend it that if you want to do something like this, you really have solid knowledge about technology, about programming. You need to understand how Next.js works, what is the component, the state and hooks and everything else, how all the components works together. Also, the blockchain side, you need to have knowledge of how the smart contract works on EVM chains. Also, the knowledge of the structure of PancakeSwap, because as I tell you, if you lose your money, that is the best part. But if you lose other people's money, then you can never get away from that. So yeah, actually all the components. So we did it. So it's run on Babab. So it is basically done. So every images and every logos and every menus, they even come up with dark themes and light theme or the language. Everything in the UI you can change this because the source code is in there. Some of the code is hard coded into the npm package of PancakeSwap. So it is really hard to for you to edit. For example, this logo right here. So what you can do is you can actually download the source code of the package, then edit it, and then build it, and then replace it in your Node modules. But you will run into some version capabilities, and you need to edit a lot of more. So, and that's it.